I got a bleach battle for you. And this bleach battle has to do with an Arankar and a Sternritter, who have kind of similar abilities, but not quite. But I'm like doing that shit again, where I'm matching up the Arankar with the Sternritter that has similar abilities, but not quite, because they're different, right? The Arankar, that's fighting, right, is Szalaparro, Grants, the eighth spotted. He's taking on Giselle, Sternritter Z, the zombie. Szalaparro Grants almost killed Renji and Uryu, but was saved by Mayuri. Mayuri also had a hand in defeating Giselle, turning zombies against her, but also in this scenario, I'm going to make it to where Giselle kind of has the upper hand. As far as environment goes, I'll just say that it's in the, Quincy's realm, in the bar, but the Quincy's arena where they live at, right? And we'll just say she has dead Quincy's there she can bring back. To make this fight a little bit more interesting. But when it comes to raw strength, I give it to the Espada actually. She does have a boss standing. That does give her ample physical strength and all that. But this man has resurrection on. He wasn't the toughest of his kind, but he was giving people problems. She is like not physically strong. That's why she has the ability she has. That's what you gotta understand. This girl ain't strong. She uses her ability to protect herself. Who did she take over to fight against the Shinigami? She took over Itsugai's, turned him into a zombie, right? He's powerful, right? Compared to like a lot of the people on his side. So she had that there to protect her. That's how her ability works. He don't really do that. What he does with his like little minions is he can consume them and recover. And that'll come into play later. But I got him with the physical strength. With the speed, I'll give it to her. I don't think he flies per se, but I know she does. I know she gets little wings and she can fly around and maneuver around. We'll give her the speed on this one. We'll give this girl that. And then when it comes to durability, he has a hero. That means his skin is tough, right? But it ain't as tough as her glute vein. I think her glute vein is a bit tougher than that. So I'll give her the durability. And when it comes to endurance, I got him with the endurance. He was fighting for a bit because he had to fight two people first. He had to fight Renji and Uryu. They had to pull out everything they had. And then he had to show them that he was better than the two of them and that he could actually kill them. But then when he was about to do that, Mayuri stepped in and saved them. Mayuri then mid-diff this guy. But Mayuri is smarter than that, right? Smarter than this guy. But amongst his compatriots, he was like the scientist and the guy who would like look into doing experiments on his kind and even other people too. Which also leads into the next one. When it comes to Giselle, she's not somebody who's gonna like actually be in the fight right away. This guy is
Yes, 42, please. Yes,
honestly, he's gonna be
42.
looking for this bitch. She's gonna have her little minions out doing her fighting for her. He's gonna be cutting through him like, yo, where is this girl at? Intelligence wise, Szalaparro, I got him with the intelligence. Experience wise, I also got him with the experiences too. Close skills, I'll give it to Giselle. She could sneak up on him and try to do something. Actually, I'll give it to Szalaparro. What the fuck? I ain't gonna give it to her. And he's not a boxer himself though. But I think out of the two, he'd be the one to like throw hands first. She relies heavily on her strength, but she turns people to zombies. When it comes to range skills, I'll give it to her. She'll bring back different people. Just random ass. We're not gonna give them like extra. Just like these weak ass Quincy's that are not stern ritters. They have the mask on and shit. And there's like 100 of them. We'll say there's 100 of them, and she's bringing them back to life, and having them move. Recovery, I'm giving it to Szalaparro. He's shown that he can heal. She can heal, but not really. She ain't gonna like be immortal if you chop her to pieces. She ain't gonna be alive. Um, when it comes to hacks, I'm giving it to Szalaparro. He has resurrection, and that's the thing. This girl can't absorb his resurrection. That's a detriment to her. It'll make her weaker. Um, he can't do anything about her boss ending, but I think his resurrection is a bit better. He can poison this bitch too. He's much like Maori. He can come up with different, drugs to try to fuck her up, right? Not as smart as Maori, of course. We already know who wins in that, but this guy's not a part of these two. And out of the two, he's definitely smarter than her, and he can come up with cooking up poisons that can fuck this girl up. And because he's a Narankar, it's definitely gonna fuck her up, right? Because the hollows negatively affect the Quincy's. That's why the Quincy's, when they kill these hollows, they erase them. It's a complete erasure. They don't get recycled through for anything. They're wiped out. And that's why they created an imbalance and they went away from them and started wiping them out. Environment, I'm giving it to Giselle. When it comes to the win, I'm giving it to Szalaparro, bro. I got mid to high difficulty. She will play a great hand at first, but when it comes to her, combat abilities, she ain't really like that. She has her, little minions, but that's about it. I give the win to Szalaparro, bronze. Let me know what you think in the comments and watch Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War. It's coming in the winter months, the Calamity Part 4. I'm excited for it, and I hope that you guys watch it too, because Bleach is that good. Let me know what you think about this fight in the comments below, and be cool on the corner.